To say that my mother was a great woman would be an understatement. I can't seem to find the words that accurately describe how I feel about her. The words just don't exist. Mother. I could say that she was a great mother, but isn't everyone's mother the greatest? No, not like my mother. My mother was one of a kind. She would go to sleep at night hungry, with a smile on her face, knowing her children were fed. 6 kids, but she made each one of us feel like her only child. We each had a special, separate bond with her. She actually knew us better than we knew ourselves. In the hardest of times, breaking her own heart to give us a better life. I can only hope to be half the mother she was. Music. Always listening to music, lots of music, all different types. Prince to Metallica, Chaka Khan, Alice in Chains, Led Zeppelin. She was probably the only 35-year-old white woman who knew all the words to Snoop Doggy Dogg's Doggy Style album. One of the only moms at Ozfest. She went to a Prince concert when she was pregnant with Kyle. She took Uncle Brian to his first concert, Jimmy Page. She also went with him to see Megadeth in the Dream Theater. She had the most beautiful singing voice. She could play the piano. She was in a band when we were younger. She even dyed her hair purple and had the David Bowie spiked mullet. How cool of a mom is that? Friend. She was a friend when you needed one. I never had to keep secrets from her. Even as a teenager, she knew everything. Even the most embarrassing things I've never told anyone. She made it easy to talk to her about anything. She never judged me, and she never told any of my secrets. She was the only person in this world that I actually trusted. I trusted her advice even if I didn't follow it. She was always the first person I called when something significant happened. She always made me feel like everything significant in my life was also significant in hers. She made friends everywhere we went, neighbors, visiting nurses for RJ. Random tow truck drivers at the local gas station became like family members. She had a way of making deep connections with everyone she met, even in short periods of time. Strength. When our situation was at its worst, she was at her best. When she was at her worst, she was still the best. I still believe there wasn't anything she couldn't handle, although she would probably tell you differently. She even had the strength to seek help when she needed it, knowing that she wasn't done fighting yet. Patience. She had 6 kids and we're all still alive. Enough said. Sense of humor. My grandfather used to say she laughed so hard tears ran down her legs. And I know she made tears run down my legs a few times too. No matter what was going on, there was always a joke to be made. She loved to make other people laugh. Joking about completely inappropriate things. And joking about inappropriate situations while in inappropriate situations. We made many people feel quite uncomfortable with the things we would joke about, which was funny to us also. There are many things I've learned from her. Things she taught me with her words and things she taught me with her actions. I know that I can do anything I put my mind to. I watched her graduate college with only 1 B. She made Dean's List every semester and was awarded the New Jersey Dietetic Association Student of the Year Award. All while being a single mom of 6 in an unbelievably stressful situation. She made it look easy. I learned that if I want things to happen in my life, I have to do it myself. I actually prefer to do things on my own because it's more rewarding that way. She taught me to love everyone unconditionally. That God and Jesus love us all unconditionally as their children. So we must treat everyone else in the world as our brothers and sisters, despite their flaws and despite our differences. She taught me that family is everything. You can do whatever you can to help them in any way you can. They can even come before your one and only true love. You forgive them no matter what they do. You never judge them, but instead try to understand them. And you can still love them even if you don't necessarily like them. You can give them tough love without having to worry about if they will still love you. And you can love them enough to hurt them for their own good. She taught me that variety is the spice of life. All of her friends were different people. Her choice of music was completely random. Her sense of style changed many times. I've realized that you could chronicle her entire life according to her many different hairstyles. Even the bald head with a mustache at the neck look. She rocked them all better than anyone else. I have learned when to put others before myself. I have learned when to put myself first. She taught me that when life is hard, it is also beautiful. There is always something to be thankful for, and always something to laugh about. I'm glad that we were able to make a lot of things come full circle for Mom before she passed. Everyone made multiple trips to see her. Kyle and Ashley even moved out here. They were able to get Mom's pool in perfect condition, and her gardens are overflowing with flowers right now. She was able to meet my son and spend more time with my daughter. She always had a special bond with DJ and Armani. She saw one of her sons married, loved her daughter-in-law, and had 3 new grandchildren that she bonded with instantly. She also got to be a great-grandmother too, Gigi. Most importantly to her, she was able to find her spirituality again. She had tried for so many years to find a God that wouldn't fail her, a God that she felt connected to. It gave her so much peace at the end. She was a different woman. She changed me and helped me to find some of my missing spirituality. Although I am sad that I won't be able to call her or see her or hug her anymore, I am overwhelmed with gratitude that I had her for my own. She truly was a gift from God, and anyone that knew her would agree with that. I am also grateful that she is in heaven with God. I had a dream the first night after she passed. I was laying on the couch in the spot where she always sleeps, and I slept with her crucifix that she slept with every night right on my chest. I did not turn once. I stayed in the same spot. And I had a dream that I was doing regular things, running errands, seeing friends, all insignificant things. But the one thing that I do remember is that during my entire dream, my mother was right next to me. She was transparent. She was wearing a long cream-colored dress that came down to her feet. Her hair was long and brown. And although she didn't say anything or I couldn't see her face, I knew that it was her, and I knew that it was her telling me that she's always here with me. You know, right here, attached to me. It gave me a lot of peace. And I knew that it was her telling me that she was whole, and she was healthy, and she was at peace. And as beautiful as she ever was. In a time of so much hurt and pain, it's strange to also feel such gratitude and also a small sense of joy, knowing that she is with God in heaven and no longer in pain. She got a happy ending after all.